Good afternoon. It's the end of another week of training. Time for the weekly check-in on the vlog. Bit different this week. As you can probably tell, I'm not out running. I think I've picked up an injury. At best it's a niggle. At worst it's probably an injury of some description. Difficult vlog to make, this one. I thought about not doing it, but this channel's all about the highs as well as the lows. So wouldn't be fair to not include some of the lows, some of the challenges. But more of that later. Let's do the weekly check-in. So with all the focus on the recovery from this injury, can't really remember what I've recorded this week, but I went out for a run on Monday. I think I might have recorded something. It's Monday, lunchtime, getting out for a 5 miler. I think I'm in week 14. I'm losing track, to be fair. I've also probably not got the best lighting going on. That's probably better, but I'm afraid I'm going in this direction. 5 miles on the plan today, done a mile and a half. I have got a grumbling hamstring, and I don't quite know how to describe it. It doesn't feel injured, just feels tired. Feels maybe just a tiny bit tight. I'm guessing it's the demands of the high volume week last week, of culmination of quite a few hills last week as well. I put in quite a few hills. So taking today's run super slowly, making sure I don't cause it any damage, etc. And hence, I'm not bothered about a little walk and talk at this point. 1.6 miles in, got 3.4 to go. I was debating whether to do this run today, but it is feeling a little bit better for getting out. So I'm hoping this recovery run will try and loosen things off, etc. So anyway, trying not to get too muddy. I'm on the greenway. Hopefully I'm in my road shoes, so hopefully it's not a complete mud fest. It shouldn't be. This is part of Letchworth Park Run that regular viewers might recognise. And we'll just get going again and get this run done. But it's a beautiful day for a run. Long may these conditions continue until marathon day. Then on Tuesday night, went out and I did the session from Hansons was 2 times 3 miles, just faster than marathon pace. Didn't fancy that run at all, but actually I did it. Went like clockwork, really enjoyed it, found it quite easy. Happy days really. But then the moment struck, the downside of the week. So I finished the second 3 miler, and what I do at the end of every session is I walk for about 2-3 minutes, 400 meters or so, before then doing the cool down jog home. I did that 400 meter walk, and then I took a step to start the cool down, and a massive pain in my left shin. Bit hard to describe exactly where, but on the inside of my left leg by the calf shin area type thing. Don't know, didn't land funny, didn't do anything. There was no signs of it during my sort of workout. There's no signs of it in any of the runs leading up to it, so really annoying. Don't know where it's come from, completely out of the blue. I suppose, you know, last week I was posting up about the highest weekly training, etc. One of the challenges of running is when things seem to be going remarkably well, you do get these side swipes from nowhere that come and hit you. So anyway, I ran sort of 3/4 of a mile, sort of cool down, hoping that, you know, something might just loosen off. It might have just been a twinge, a funny landing. Probably didn't really, to be fair. And then Tuesday night I was limping around the house. Wednesday morning I woke up and I walked the kids to school, so the school run, I was the one that was limping. The kids were actually faster than me for a change on the way to the school. So limping away, not looking great. And then, but by Wednesday lunchtime, I was still probably limping, but I wasn't in anywhere near as much pain as I was. And by Wednesday night, actually, you wouldn't have recognised what it was from the morning to the evening. Really light and day recovery between morning and night. Not saying fully recovered and that it cleared up instantly, but not limping, not in as much pain. Stairs, going downstairs is a struggle. That's the one thing that stands out in my mind. Thursday, again, woke up feeling pretty good actually. Still something there, still not quite right. Stairs still being a problem, particularly downstairs, but really started to ramp up the recovery. Ice packs, stretching, rolling of my foot with a golf ball or a spiky massage ball. Opted not to run. Knew Thursday's run wouldn't be very sensible. It was going to be an 11 mile with 9 miles at marathon pace. Even if I'd been feeling a bit better, that would have been quite a session to go in back at. And Friday I felt like I could probably run, Again, recovery continued, but there's still something there, but decided to be sensible and take an extra day recovery. And then on Saturday I found myself at Luton Wardown Park Run. So let's jump across to Luton Wardown Park Run, put in some snippets there, and then we'll come back and talk about what's been happening since. So that was Luton Wardown Park Run. Nice little morning there, fantastic event. I didn't overly enjoy it, if I'm honest. Nothing to do with the park run, just the first 2 miles my left leg was giving me pain. It wasn't very pleasant running on it. After the 2 miles it did sort of warm up. I'm not saying the final mile was perfect, but it's a whole host better than the opening 2 miles. So finished quite strong, quite happy with that, etc. If it had been a local park run, I think if I'd been down the road at Letchworth or Stevenage at a park run I've done multiple times before, etc., and not so far from home, I'm not sure I would have completed park run. I think I would have bailed after half a mile to a mile type thing. No ill repercussions from it though. You know, still continued my recovery with ice packs and compressions and all sorts of other things, lots of stretching and foam rollering. So things, I wasn't any worse for doing that run, if you get what I mean. I wasn't any better either, in hindsight. And then Sunday morning, it was beautiful, beautiful morning, and we were due to do a lovely run, one of my favourite runs, 13.5 miles round the hoop. I was going with a few club mates. I actually turned up and I tried to run half a mile by myself, and ultimately after half a mile I bailed. I decided that actually, even as it didn't feel as bad as it did at Luton Park Run, but it didn't feel good, didn't feel right, and I kind of thought even if I got around the 13 miles, which I think I probably could have, I wondered about the after effects and what might have happened. So I decided to be sensible for a change, and I bailed on that run. And at the moment my current thinking is I'm not going to run until Thursday at the very, very earliest. So injury, it's hard not to get down, it's hard not to get despondent, etc., and panic about these things. I'm actually trying to turn it into a positive. It's a good thing. It's happened 4 weeks out, so there's time to recover, hopefully. You know, I don't think I've done anything major. Hopefully if we can keep improving it as it does, it'll pass in no time at all. So fingers crossed on that. It's also an opportunity to get stronger, etc. And actually Hansons is quite a grueling kind of marathon training plan. So good chance to take a week out and get recovered, hopefully get these legs a bit fresher and clear up any other niggles that might be going on, etc. So it is a positive, trying to see it that way, and I'm sure we'll come back stronger, etc. Can focus really heavily on the rehab, lots of stretching, lots of icing, and ultimately probably return to the gym, etc., and do some calf work and footwork, etc., to try and strengthen those muscles. So we'll check in again next week with another update from week 15, I think it is, of marathon training. What I would say is I'm probably going to go off piste now. I'm probably not going to be following Hansons, even if this sort of comes back better than it was. I don't think I can dive into the mileage that Hansons is asking for the final miles with taking a week out, etc. So we're going to have to think on our feet. We'll see what we can do, but maybe Hansons as a training plan's done for this cycle. I think I've massively improved my fitness, just fingers crossed. The injury, the niggle, however you want to refer to it, isn't something major, and we'll be towing the start line of London Marathon in 4 weeks' time, and hopefully taking a few days off between now and then just to get recovered up. So catch you all next week. Thanks for supporting. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.